Revelations chapter 9 is a continuation of the trumpets blowing to announce God's wrath and judgment. Angels blew 4 trumpets in the previous chapter, which were only the beginning of judgment. The next 3 trumpets blasts will bring about even worse judgment from God. Okay, so the 5th trumpet, Revelation 9, opens with the 5th trumpet blast, and a star unlike that of any other falling from the sky. It hit the earth with such force that it created a hole leading into the bottomless pit. The sky became dark from the smoke and the fire that it created. Locusts emerged from the mist. The locusts emerged and went to the earth. They were only allowed to harm as it inflicted pain and suffering on the victims. They were not to destroy any fields, plants, or trees. They were also instructed to leave the people alone who had the mark of God on their forehead. John described these locusts as looking like horses that were ready to go to battle. Their leader was a demon named Abaddon. Okay, the 6th trumpet blast. Following the blast of the 6th trumpet in Revelation chapter 9, the 4 angels of death were released above the earth. John said that a third of the world's population was extinguished from the earth. Many people perished prior to the army's arrival as a result of smoke, fire, and brimstone. Even with the disasters that people on the earth experienced, they still refused to acknowledge their sins. They continued worshiping idols, and they continued to murder, engage in sexual sins, and steal from others. And sexual sins does include a lot of different things. That includes same-sex marriage. That can include sex before marriage, fornication. That includes porn watching, child molestation, trafficking, rape, different things like that. Anything, incest. The list goes on. And I just wanted to encourage everyone to just go to God. And He wants us to prepare. He wants us to get ready. He wants us to study and show ourselves approved. And He wants us to turn from our wicked ways. He wants us to be. He wants His children to be saved from this. So we have to make some changes in our lives, in our everyday thoughts, thinking, doing, and practicing, and of any kind of sin, and just give it to God. If it's ever something that we feel like it's something that's too hard to overcome on our own, I'll give an example. By the grace of God, I was able to stop smoking, and at the time when I was under so much stress, I didn't feel like I could stop, and everything in me felt like it was going to be an uphill battle. But by the grace of God, I actually was able to stop. There was a point in time that I started back up after the passing of my mom. But since then I've stopped. That was 2019. But since then I've stopped again. And aside from a few dreams of me doing it, I haven't gone back down that path. And that's just one thing I give all the glory and honor to be able to know on the other side of that thing that seems so hard for us to do. It gives me encouragement to know that, when we feel a certain type of way, or we feel discouraged, or we feel like, oh my God, like this family member is never going to get saved or delivered from this, or even ourselves. And we just got to go back to that thought. I'm like, if God did it before, He'd do it again. And I'm just so grateful for that. So I just wanted to share that. Like I said, Jesus is coming soon. I'm putting up posts about just the book of Revelations, because that's where we are, and that's what I'm led to do. That's what's in my spirit to do. And I just pray that everyone's blessed. Pray for your family, your loved ones, your enemies, and just focus on how to prepare and get in a space where you can hear from the Lord, so He can lead you and He can guide you into your next steps and what to do, what we're supposed to be doing, and how we're supposed to be living at this time. And again, I say, Jesus is on the way. Prepare yourselves, prepare your households, and no matter what it look like, what you're coming up against, just don't stop praying, and don't stop believing that everything's gonna get better. And we gotta get God outside that box that we keep Him in, and just know that He's a God that can do anything else but fail, and we can't just keep putting it in our own hands and expecting God to be God when we want to put it in our own hands. But I'm talking to myself right now, and I pray that this hits someone else as well. But I want everybody to just be encouraged and just to keep knowing that we're not in this fight alone. So whatever you're going through, just be encouraged and just trust that God is working something out on your behalf if you just only believe. But I'm going to go ahead and end this, and just be safe. And thanks for tuning in.